Noah's Ark. When obedience became humanity's second chance, what if the world you knew was so broken that the only way to save it was to start over? Imagine waking up every day, surrounded by violence, cruelty, chaos, kindness mocked, truth ignored, righteousness treated like foolishness. That was Noah's world. The Bible tells us humanity had reached a terrifying low. People's thoughts were consumed by evil, selfish desires, endless violence. Compassion had vanished. Justice was twisted beyond recognition. The earth was loud with cruelty, and silent when it came to goodness. God looked at the world he once called very good, and his heart broke. But in that darkness, one man stood out. Warm, steady tone, building respect. Noah wasn't perfect, but he was faithful. While everyone else followed the crowd, Noah walked with God. When others laughed at righteousness, Noah lived it, quietly, consistently. And then, God gave him a command that made no sense. Build an ark. There had never been rain like the flood God described. No overflowing oceans. No storm clouds gathering. Just dry land. And a task that would take decades. Building the ark wasn't easy. Noah faced ridicule, doubt, isolation. People mocked him, questioned his sanity, called him delusional, but Noah kept building. Every hammer strike, an act of faith. Every wooden beam, a declaration of trust. While the world laughed, Noah listened. While the world ignored the warning, Noah prepared. And he didn't do it alone. His wife, his sons, their wives, they chose to stand with him. In a world falling apart, they stayed united. They trusted God, even when the future looked impossible. Then, something miraculous happened. Animals began to arrive, 2 by 2, gentle and fierce, great and small, drawn not by Noah, but by God himself. It was the final warning. The door of the ark stood open, and then, the rain came. At first it seemed ordinary, but the drizzle turned to downpour. The ground split open, waters rose, panic spread. Too late. People realized Noah had been right. God himself closed the door. Inside the ark, Noah and his family listened as the storm raged. The world they knew disappeared beneath the floodwaters. Everything was lost, except what God preserved. 40 days and 40 nights, the rain poured. For months the ark floated on endless water. No land, no horizon, only trust. Inside, life went on, feeding animals, comforting one another, waiting for God's promise. And eventually, the waters began to recede, rising hope in voice. When the ark rested on Mount Ararat, Noah sent out a dove. The first time, it returned with nothing. But one day, it came back with an olive leaf in its beak. Life was returning. Hope was alive. When the door finally opened, Noah stepped onto dry ground, into a washed, clean world. A second chance for humanity. His first act wasn't celebration, it was worship. God made a covenant with Noah and with every living creature. He placed a rainbow in the sky, a promise he would never again destroy the earth by flood. The rainbow wasn't just a sign of mercy, it was proof that judgment is never God's final word, grace is. Noah's story isn't just about a flood, it's about obedience when it's unpopular, faith when it's mocked, preparation when others ignore the warning, trust when the storm hasn't even started. We live in a world that often feels like Noah's, confused, broken, loud, with chaos, quiet when it comes to truth. But Noah reminds us, one obedient life can make room for salvation. You may feel alone, you may feel misunderstood, you may be building something no one else believes in, but if God told you to build it, keep building, because when the rain comes, it won't matter who laughed, it will matter who listened. And just like Noah, your obedience may not only save you, it may save others too.